about creating big plays in the running game like this. This makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
The Aztecs will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Looking to scramble. Finding an escape route. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
And what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this home crowd was so jacked up, so excited to finally get the football after giving up points on the first drive and having to be quiet. Now they're quiet again. How about the defense coming in here, shutting this crowd up early and doing their job?
And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. That'll do it for the quarter, guys, and San Diego State is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Big guy smells it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And the Aztecs moving quickly to the line. Barrels ahead.
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic 2nd and short. You're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting the play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. 3rd and short, I still got 4th down as well, so don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action, because defense a lot of times really expects run, and that can take some big shots of man coverage down the field.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's right. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down. First and 10 from their own 15-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. On the run deep down the right side. He holds it in and nobody's close. Touchdown, Ohio State. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Coming out on first down with the play fake. What precise footwork along the sideline to get that toe down for the catch.
And the big fella really had nowhere to go. You're trying to catch people off guard by throwing it to him. He was a little bit open, but man, that closed fast and he had nowhere to go. No gain on the play.
To the air, it's Jordan. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. He smashes his way through again. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
When offenses run these slant routes, it's about putting the ball right on the numbers, and defensively, I got to be able to take those angles right away. See where he's at, break on the football. Poor angles there by the defense. The offense took advantage with some nice yards after the catch.
They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
The Aztecs will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle. It's Royer. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They go to the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw on third. Looking for a deep man. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. And the Aztecs will kick it away to start the second half. Touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and to get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He'll pull it down and run. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Back to throw, it's Stewart. The sweet feet buy a little time. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And then quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites. You're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him. But I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, I did not have this in my bingo card, guys, but being one of the most talented quarterbacks in college football, to be under 50% completions in this game, nobody saw that coming. He has not been able to find his rhythm, and he looks frustrated.
He wants to throw it again. Another incompletion on third down.
And that's a picture-perfect start for this defense. To start the second half now, your team's got the lead. You get to stop right away, get the ball right back to your offense to try to expand this lead. Nice start to the second half.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. On the run, still looking. Keeps it and gets past the chains. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Get up, get up. And I think that's what everybody says to their quarterbacks after they take big hits like that. He got the first down, but you don't want to make a living taking those whacks.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
It's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with a big one.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw at Stewart. Makes the grab. It's Smith. Inside the 25. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him a first down.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post.
Breaks into the open. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've reached the break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. He just could not get loose, and they'll knock him down 4 yards behind the line.
That's a backbreaker through the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up the throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that fourth down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the fourth quarter to get me the football back.
The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Fires it down the seam. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Hines is way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Aztecs come to the ball, trying to pick up this third and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Jordan. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
Receiver playing in the slot. You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Pick up the first. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Finds the tight end. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that's a play the defense had to have, right? You're down in the game. Offense defense wants to stay aggressive and go for it on fourth, and they're throwing it. All you got to do is get one stop, regain the momentum, give it back to your offense, and they could not come up with the play.
The Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Looking for a man. It's Jordan. Here's a heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
What a great stop in a big moment for this defense. Nice job getting the stop. Now listen, the ball goes back to the offense, and this has a chance now to be a great finish. That was a clutch stand for this defense.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Smith. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Defense in press coverage. They'll run play action. Might be looking to run. What a great job to get out of there, pick up the 1st down, get out of bounds, clock stopped, and now they'll reset.
4th quarter, obviously trailing in a football game, you're going to need this dude, your quarterback, to make plays. And you got to call plays like this where it's a pass, and he still takes off and gets the 1st down. It's his time. It's the 4th quarter. You're trailing. The ball's in his hands.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
Dropping back, it's Stewart. He's got him this time. And he's brought down after a nice game. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Off play action on 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Trying play action. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. In the postgame, if you start asking about the offensive struggles, the coach is probably going to say, let me tell you something, Mr. Television Announcer. They don't ask me how I won. They ask me if I won.
That is all that matters, Mr. Television Announcer, but I think you'd want to play better on offense. You want to score more points, but Reese, Jesse, I want to learn as I win. I don't want to learn as I lose.
And I know you're loving this one, David, because in today's era of modern college football, with all these spread offenses and up-tempo, we're used to seeing a ton of points. We're not used to seeing a lot of games like this. I wouldn't get used to seeing it, but for this team right here,
passes through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25.
The dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down.